G'day guys, I'm CASTY.
I'm Oscar.
I'm Ben.
And this time on True Blue Touring, we explore southwest WA, also known as the Margaret River Region.
Bloodstains won't make it matter, got good things, got you. Hooves and everything, get back, never get back too soon. Are you lonely? Are you there when I'm not in the room? Are you lonely?
While in Perth, we caught up with Savan from the Mighty 60 page on Instagram. He showed us some of his favourite spots from the southwest region, and then we went off from there and explored those.
For the first night's camp, we followed a relatively easy track down to Harvey Dam. It was a nice grassy camp and a beautiful backdrop of the lake. The next day we spent exploring the surrounding state forest. Unfortunately, we didn't find anything too interesting in terms of campsites or good tracks. So we moved on to the next recommended spot, following a pretty overgrown track which eventually opened up to a disused quarry. That was a great spot to call home for the night.
From there we moved on to the Wellington National Park, going through the reasonably easy Leonard four-wheel drive track.
Take my hand tonight. Can't you hear now?
Unfortunately, camping wasn't permitted along the track, which is a bit of a shame. There were a few nice spots there. Luckily, we had a backup spot lined up at the Wellington Dam. It was a really nice spot, and we sent the drone up and got a big fire going, which was good fun.
And people talking, scenes recalled by minute movement and songs that fall from a backing tape, a certain texture, that certain smell, to lie in sweat on familiar sheets, in big veneer on finance beds, in a room, move silent, hardy flakes, a certain texture, that certain smell brings home the heavy day.
Next we headed to the coast along the Three Bears track, which offered stunning views of the migrating whales and the picturesque surf break.
The next amazing camp spot was just a little further south. We struggled to find it and followed an overgrown track through blossoming flowers and eventually ended up camping under... Where did we end up camping that night? We eventually found a nice spot right on the coast where we set up camp.
And when we break, it's so hard. Break your heart. I will break your heart. I will break your heart.
Overnight, the rain picked up and so did the wind, so he decided to head inland, and Ben researched and found a nice track that he said we should go and check out. Us being us, we decided it'd be fun to have a crack at this track in the dark. So we hit the road, dropped the tyres and got into it.
After smashing it through some decent bog holes, we arrived at a long one which was definitely worth walking through first. With the depth in mind and the sun gone, we decided to set up camp for the night just before the bog hole.
The next morning we had a look at the map, and it turns out that this big bog hole that we stopped before last night was actually the Margaret River. And we walked it one more time and drove it without too much difficulty. What was funny?
We just sound so retarded. It was actually the Margaret
Following this, there are a few more bog holes, one of them which caught me by surprise as I slipped into the ruts and then dipped out. It wasn't too long till Oscar got a snatch on and pulled me out backwards. Then I was able to stay up on the ruts and with a bit more momentum, managed to drive it fine.
We continued to follow the track as it got drier and more eroded. There were some decent hill climbs and descents before we finished.
We then made our way down Bob's track to the beach. It was quite a busy track, but it was pretty challenging too, which made for some good fun. Looking for somewhere to fish, we followed a track down to the Donley River. Unfortunately, the track never really opened up and we were forced to turn back around. On the way back, again, I slipped into another big rut. Unfortunately, with the lockers on, I tried to get out on my own, which only made things worse, digging me a bigger hole. At this point, I was well and truly stuck. Oscar gave it about 5 pulls backwards, none of them resulting in any movement of the big 105. Oscar then decided to take the risk of driving around and then attempting a forward pull. He also slid into the rut while he was going forwards, but luckily with the power of the V8 he was able to keep the car moving and get it through.
Oh, look at me, I've got a V8, yeah. Next we headed to the Dave Evans bicentennial tree, which was 65 metres tall. It's an old fire watch tower which you can still climb up using the pegs that circle around it. Unfortunately, halfway up the tree, the already average weather took a turn for the worse with the wind and rain picking up. We were able to make the rest of the journey up to the top with a few minor panic attacks.
At this stage, we continued on to Elephant Rocks where the light rain really picked up. However, this did not stop Ben from having a quick dip. With the weather only predicted to get worse over the next few days, we decided we should head north to the Holland track for the next leg of our trip. Overall, we really enjoyed this corner of the country. The diversity of the tracks and the landscape was stunning.
Thanks for watching. Check out our Instagram in the description and also the Mighty 60s.
Instagram in the description.
That's
implied.
That's implied.
Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They stare at me while I stare at you. Why can't I keep you safe as my own? One moment I have you, the next you are gone. Rehearse steps on an empty stage. That boy's got my heart in a silver cage. Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They stare at me while I crave you. I walked into the room dripping in gold. Yeah, dripping in gold. I walked into the room dripping in gold. Dripping in gold. Away from heads to toe. So I've been told. Oh, so I've been told. My heart broke when I saw you kept your gaze controlled. Oh, I cannot solve. Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They stare at me while I stare at you. Why can't I keep you safe as my own? One moment I have left you gone. Rehearse steps on an empty stage. That boy's got my heart in a silver cage. Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They stare at me while I crave you. It's true, I crave you. Crave you. It's true, I crave you. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Crave you. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Yeah, it was
Stuck a lot in this one.
it was really fun until you got stuck, and then we're like, oh fuck, we're gonna be here a while.
I lose faith. Surely I can't fall into a game of chess.
You guys are
ace.
So quiet. Eroded bits and some decent.
You're right, mate.
No.
You need some of this.
Okay, some, not all of it, mate. I'm good. Much better. You would name a town after that.